Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I sugar eyebrows, so if you're interested, please keep on watching. So this is my setup. I have the cleanser right here. I have the powder, a soothing balm that I apply after the wax. I have my Q-tips, a plate to put the powder in, my gloves, and my sugar. Then over here on the side of my client, I have scissors, the spatula to sugar, a comb, some strips, and a tweezer. And I have a good lighting system, and these are the eyebrows that we're gonna work on today. So first, of course, after washing my hands, I put my gloves on. These are gloves that I purchased on Amazon, and they are nitro gloves. The sugar I use is from Sweet and True Sugaring Paste, and I use the Pro specifically for all the facial areas. So we want to make sure that the sugar is not too hot and not cold. If it was cold, it would be really stiff. Right now, it's the perfect temperature, and I could just tell by the texture. So this is my Pixie Protection Powder. It is to absorb all the oils in the skin, and I just like to apply it in this little plate. First, we're gonna cleanse the brows with the micellar cleansing water. Just gonna take a cotton round. We're gonna spray it with. Just gonna cleanse the entire brow because this is a male client, but if it were a female client, she could possibly have makeup on. Now, just with the powder, I apply it here. I'm gonna take a lip wand or a Q-tip is fine, and I'm just going to set the powder in there. Okay, so this is my sugar. I'm gonna apply it on my glove right here because I'm gonna go back and dip into use it. You know the sugar is just right when it's not too stiff and it's not too runny. So this is the perfect consistency for me. So first we're gonna do the top, and you wanna use as little sugar as possible because you want it to really set into the skin. And you wanna let your client know if you feel like I'm pulling, let me know so I could go slower. I'm following the shape of the outgrown hairs. Now we're gonna go in and just smooth it out even more, further pressing the sugar into the skin and into the hairs. Press upwards. It's okay if you grab a couple hairs that you're not trying to wax because I'll show you guys how to put them back into place. This area could get a little tricky because you have hairs that you want to wax and some that need to stay there to keep the structure of the brow, the shape you're going for. Most men want just a clean brow, and girls sometimes want a specific shape. Like sometimes they want round brows or sometimes they want an arc. So you gotta think about all of that. Obviously with your client, you gotta ask them all of that beforehand. But for this client, I have been working on him for a while, and I know he just wants a cleanup, and I know how deep I want to go. Specifically for men, men don't always want their eyebrows too thin, so you want to make sure that you ask them or you keep them updated layer by layer how thin you're going each time, because you don't want to do them too thin. So you guys could better see what I did here. I basically cleaned up this row right here. For any hairs, we use the opposite side. Any hairs we don't want to wax, and we push them back towards the origin of the brow. I actually want to wax these, so I'm gonna make sure they're coated in sugar. I'm applying the sugar the direction of the hair growth, so the sugar was growing towards my right. So that is the way that I'm gonna apply the strip, and then I'm going to pull it off the opposite way. So I'm gonna do this. And we're just gonna pull up parallel to the brow, opposite ways. And then we're gonna apply pressure after we pull it. You guys could see how much we pulled off. And then you guys could see how much cleaner it is from before. You guys see all these hairs here? Where to get that? For under the brow, it's a little different because you can't really push the sugar up. So you want to just make sure you do as many presses as you need to make sure the sugar is pressed into the skin and the hairs. Here you guys can kind of see how long his hairs are sticking out. So not all clients will want trims, so you want to make sure you check in with your client before you trim anything, and you want to make sure that you trim correctly. You don't want to go all the way down like that. You want to trim little by little. Comb it out and see how it looks. He has very long hair because I told him to grow his hair out for the purpose of this video. And you guys can see all the hairs we picked up. I'm pressing this to trick the air into thinking that wasn't painful. I know that he likes for us to go a little above and take these hairs that are right here in this area. So we're gonna reapply powder and sugar again. And this step might not always be necessary because people do have thinner brows, and sometimes you could just get everything with a tweezer. And I'm picking up these hairs that kind of just stand out outside of the shape that I created. But he said everything's fine, so we're gonna move on. This area is pretty simple. The hairs grow upward. We're just repowdering. We are doing our final cleanup of the brow. This is the serum I apply on my clients to soothe, reduce redness, and heal. That was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what else you guys want to see, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.